Hey guys, Savitar Kane here. So originally I intended to do a review of Anthem before the day 1 patch and one post day 1 patch, essentially after the day 1 patch hit. However, since day 1 patch came earlier than I anticipated, I'm just going to go ahead and do a general review of the game and put that out there for you guys to watch and give me feedback on. So here we go. So for those who don't know, Anthem is a looter shooter, with an emphasis on your javelin suit's abilities as well as teamwork. Now your javelin is the mech that you control basically while you're out there on missions and your main vehicle for combat. There is also a pretty solid story to progress you through the leveling process. While the story is no grand epic in the vein of other BioWare titles such as Dragon Age or Mass Effect, it is definitely more compelling and coherent than other looter shooters such as Destiny or The Division. But where Anthem really shines is in the core gameplay and the symmetry between your javelin and those of your teammates. To get the most out of the system, the game relies upon a combo mechanic which works off of two categories of abilities: primers and detonators. Primers are abilities that usually put some kind of status effect on an enemy, such as fire damage or frost damage. A detonator ability, when used on such an afflicted enemy, will initiate a usually spectacular explosion in which double damage is done in the form of combo damage. The combo system can make short work of stronger enemies, and this does encourage communication between you and your squad mates on when you use your abilities to achieve the maximum effect. Anthem does offer a range of gameplay modes, from the open world free roaming free play mode to the loot filled and challenging strongholds, and of course the story-centered critical missions and contracts. While most content can be tackled by yourself on certain difficulty modes, strongholds are really designed for a full squad and require teamwork. Speaking of difficulties, there are multiple options to choose from. Until you reach level 30, the current level cap, you have easy, normal, and hard. The biggest difference between these modes, besides enemy toughness, is the amount of XP you are given. At level 30, you unlock the 3 tiers of Grandmaster, which are similar in concept to the Torment difficulties in Diablo 3. These modes offer harder challenges, but greater rewards. Speaking of rewards, Anthem has a tiered loot system. Common in most loot-based games, the tiers are regular, uncommon, rare, epic, masterwork, and legendary. Masterwork gear are usually unique weapons that have special abilities and traits that make them special. I have yet to encounter or acquire a legendary weapon outside of the free one given to you with the Legion of Dawn edition, but they appear to be on the same level as exotics from other looter shooters like Destiny. Loot also has a value to it, which adds it to provide your javelins with a gear score, similar in ways of Destiny's light level or power level. And as your javelin's gear score increases, the rarity for that javelin also goes up along the same tier system. Regular, uncommon, rare, etc. Now, I would like to take a moment to discuss the changes that I have noticed since day 1 patch has gone live. And first off, let me say that all the bugs and issues that were plaguing the game for the greater part of the early access are now gone. The load times and pop-ins and invisible enemies, for me personally, was resolved once I installed a solid-state drive and moved the game to that. So I cannot really speak to if the day 1 patch resolved that particular issue for hard drives, and I'm not planning on moving the game back to my hard drive just to test it out, unfortunately. While I understand people's frustrations with the issues present during early access, I don't really see this as a reflection of the game or BioWare, as this was primarily EA holding back the patch until preloads became available for console users. However, I am impressed with the transparency and openness BioWare has displayed in answering questions and addressing issues in a timely manner and also an honest manner. And that's a breath of fresh air when compared to certain other developers who have become notorious for just saying, "We hear you, we are listening to you, we value your feedback," and then never giving any indication that they're actually doing any of that. They just go ahead and do the complete opposite of what the community is saying. And lastly, I'd like to touch on the microtransactions in the game. Premium currency is called shards, which equates to $1 US equals 1 shard. Armor packs are roughly $8.50 or 850 shards, and are purely cosmetic. These armor packs, shaders, whatever, they do not offer any gameplay advantages whatsoever. You do have the option to pay for these cosmetics with a currency gameplay called coins. I don't have exact numbers on the rate at which coins are gained, but I do know that in 5 days I went from 6,100 coins down to almost 0, and back to 6,100 coins 3 times. So right now the rate at which you gain them feels reasonable enough that you do have an option to earn the currency through gameplay to be able to afford the cosmetics without having to open your wallet. Overall, I won't deny Anthem has had some hiccups with the buggy early access and the progression wall associated with the tomb challenges, which I do admit was poorly conceived and placed. Not to mention, the tomb challenges could have been so much better if they weren't so anticlimactic, and once you complete the challenges, you go in the tomb and you get nothing. I mean, really, guys? Like, I get the wall there to stop people from rushing the story, but at least give us something for our work. But the game has a lot of potential to be a great game that continually provides fun over its lifetime. Now we just have to wait to see the quality of the updates BioWare has in store, and see how regular those updates will come after the initial 3 are put out there, to see how much longevity the game has in store for it. Now, this only applies to PC users. If you are on the fence about Anthem, I would strongly suggest subscribing to Origin Access Basic or Premier. Basic allows you to try the game for 10 hours. Premier gives you full access to the game. And just try the game. Give it a shot. If you're not impressed, just simply unsubscribe and you won't have paid the full $60 for the game. And you just be able to give it a shot and get a really good experience for yourself. However, if you do enjoy the game, go ahead and purchase it. BioWare has definitely put a lot of effort into this game and a lot of love and attention, and they definitely deserve your support. So with that, I'd like to thank you for watching this review, and I'm eager to hear what your opinions are in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you'd like to see more videos, be sure to subscribe. Once again, I am Saboteur Kane, and until next time, fight on, Legionnaires.